as you're watching this video, I am in the middle of 2.5 weeks off, and I thought I would have lots of time to sew, and it's been really busy. So with that in mind, I put together my August plans, and they aren't overly ambitious. Hi, if you're new here, my name is Izzy, and every month at the start of the month, I film a video to basically hold me accountable of what I need to be focusing on that month, and always to share with you in the hopes that maybe you're going to be inspired or learn a thing or two. I also do at the end of every month a full roundup of everything I got up to in that month, and just in case you missed my July roundup, which went live just a few days ago, I'm going to link to that down in the description box. All right, so this month I've got a brand new series launching on the channel, the Pattern Wheel of Fate, which is going to be super fun. I've got a refashion I am determined to get done, and I will have the usual Think Pink box unboxing and reveal. I've already gotten my box and I have a plan, which is great. So what else is it, am I going to be focusing on in the month of August? All right, so Pattern Wheel of Fate, I've already spoken about that. I've got my wheel. You can't see it. It's just out of shot, but I am working on setting it up. We're going to be looking at 6 patterns I've owned for a while, have not yet made. And all 6 are indie pattern companies, but all 6 are from a different pattern company. So that should be really interesting. I've got the video, like the kickoff video, basically going through all 6 patterns. I've got that planned for, I think, the 2nd week of August. So be on the lookout for that. I think that's going to be a fun one. My friend Carol from So Carol, who is the creator of the Wheel of Fate, is also doing a pattern series right now, but she's using big 4-5 patterns. And yeah, she's done 1 reveal so far and it was great. So I'm so excited about the Pattern Wheel of Fate. I think I'm probably going to get more out of that than the fabric wheel, because I have so many PDF patterns I've purchased through the years that I've never made. I even forgot I had them. There are a couple on the wheel that I just completely forgot I owned. So yeah, so I'm excited, and hopefully you are too, and will subscribe so you don't miss any of those videos. My Think Pink box, like I just said, the fabric is here. I filmed the unboxing and we have a gorgeous fabric again this month. I had, my goodness, it took me a while to finally decide on what I'm making, and I'm excited about that too. Now, typically as we go into August, I start thinking about fall sewing. And I have to say, this month, most of my plans are summer plans still. Now, in Montreal, it's going to stay warm and sunny way into September, at least during the day. Like the mornings and evenings are cooler, but during the day, it still feels like summer well into September. So I do have some time to wear my summer makes, but I'm thinking in September, I'm going to really want to start thinking about fall, winter sewing. So yeah, all that to say, Think Pink box, the unboxing and reveal are also planned for August. All right, let's talk about this refashion plan that I have. Now, if you've been around the channel for a while, you'll know that refashions, alterations, upcycling, they're really not my thing. And I mean really not my thing. I would much rather start a project from scratch and give away the original thing if it didn't work out for me. But in this case, I love the fabric so much, I refuse to just give it away or give up on it. So back in June, back in June, I made the Duxbury Dress by Cashmerette. This was a club pattern, and it came out on June 1st, or did it come out May 1st? Anyways, it came out a few months ago. And I liked the look of the dress, even though I don't wear dresses very much. But what attracted me to this pattern is the fact that you can have a knit bodice with a woven skirt. And in my stash, I had the perfect fabric. So I had a beautiful deep teal bamboo jersey that I was gonna wear, that I was gonna make the bodice out of, and a beautiful gingham in the same colors basically as the knit. And yeah, they both went so well together. I'm gonna put a picture of me wearing the dress so you have the idea. But here is the dress itself. So it's been sitting on my table for a while, so it's a little bit crumpled, but you've got the bodice and then the skirt. So I'm actually so inexperienced doing refashions and I just love to share what I'm learning on this channel. So I've decided I'm gonna make a whole video about how I'm gonna transform this dress into something I'm actually gonna wear. So I don't wanna give too much away, but I have a plan, and hopefully this one dress is gonna get turned into a 2-garment outfit that I'm gonna wear a ton the rest of this summer and next year, hopefully. So again, stay tuned, and yeah, come back hopefully to watch this refashion. Fingers crossed it works out, but even if it doesn't, I will put the video out because I always think it is helpful to see the fails as well as the successes, because that's how we learn, hopefully. So yeah, that's the one refashion I'm putting on my list of plans for the month of August. All right, next. So I spend a lot of time on Pinterest. I don't know if you do as well, but I get a lot of inspiration style-wise, and you know, looking up things that are current. What is everybody else wearing? I don't go too much into trends usually, because I find that most trends are for, and made this maybe a controversial opinion, but I find a lot of the trends are for younger people. And you know, I'm in my 50s, late 50s now, and I don't need to be wearing midriff revealing and you know, those kinds of things. So I happened to find a few Pinterest images of outfits I absolutely loved for summer and you know, early autumn. And I picked one I really want to recreate. And once again, I know I keep saying this, but once again, there will be a video in August of me recreating the outfit. So I don't want to give too much away. However, I ordered myself 4 meters of a gorgeous double gauze from Core Fabric. So this is like a sage green. I think that's the name of the color on their website. It's a double gauze. It is a little bit crinkly. It reminds me, the texture of it and the look of it reminds me a little bit of a double gauze fabric we got in a Think Pink box quite a while ago now. And I made a Remy Raglan from it. And although I'm not crazy about sewing with double gauze, I do love wearing it. It is a fabulous fabric for summer. It breathes, it keeps you cool, but also when it's cool outside, for some strange reason and by some magic, it does keep you warm. So I will be making a full outfit from this double gauze in August based on a Pinterest outfit I saw and just fell in love with. So fingers crossed this works for me. I wasn't sure about the color on me, but now I'm looking at the camera and it's actually not bad at all. I think I'm going to have fun with this, and hopefully you're going to enjoy watching the video when it comes out. Next up is something I mentioned in a recent video. So when I talked about recent pattern releases, there was one pattern on the list that I knew I was going to buy, and it was the Aiken, I think it's called the Aiken Polo Shirt and Dress by Itch to Stitch. Now I have no interest in making the dress, but that sleeveless top with the frill at the placket, yes please. So I am going to be making that one in this striped cotton jersey I got from Minerva. It's a very subtle pink, but it's supposed to be a pink that works for me. And it's not a bright white, but it's also not a cream or an off-white. So I think this fabric is going to work for me. And yeah, it's really cute. And who doesn't love a good stripe? So I think recreating that sleeveless Aiken top is going to be fabulous with the ruffle and everything. So I'm going to use this. I have 1.5 meters of this. It is pretty wide though, so I know I'm going to have more than enough, and I might even have some leftovers to make like a scrunchie or something, which will be kind of cute. So that's definitely going to get done, because this will be a summer garment, a sleeveless, you know, white with a light pink stripe through it. I don't know that I'm going to be wearing this in the winter months. I could wear it in the fall with a darker cardigan maybe. But yeah, this will definitely be something I'm going to wear this summer, and then will come out again next season. So that's going on the list. All right, and the last 2 projects on the list are something that I'm carrying over from my July plans. So as I said at the start of this video, I've been on vacation, and I thought I would have lots of time to sew during the last week of July, and we got really busy instead. We took a trip to Toronto. We took a day trip in the eastern townships, you know, close to home, well, a couple hours away from home. Anyways, I've not been home a whole lot, and so I didn't get through my list of July plans, like not even close to making it through my list of July plans. So there are a couple of things I'm carrying forward to August, and other things from my July plans are just going to get pushed out to maybe next year, maybe in the fall. I'm not quite sure yet. So I figured if I haven't made them yet, they might not be the most important things for me to make. But these I really want to make. So this is a navy sand-washed, what are they calling that? Sand-washed lyocell twill dead stock from Core Fabrics, and I am dying for some lane pants out of this fabric. I've got 3 meters. It'll be more than enough to make some lanes, and it'll be, I think, the perfect pair of trousers to take me into fall until, you know, snow basically, and then come out again in the spring once all the disgusting snow and slush and stuff is gone. I don't know, I mean, this is not thick fabric, but I don't know that I would wear these in the dead of summer, like when it's really hot. But these will be the perfect fall and then spring trousers. So I could probably start wearing these as soon as they are made, towards the end of August on cooler days, for like evenings and mornings and things. So definitely want a pair of lane pants in this. I don't currently have any navy trousers that aren't like ponty trousers. Like I have a pair of navy ponty trousers, very straight legs, that I can wear to work, but these will be nice and relaxed fitting, loosey-goosey, flowy. They'll be amazing also for work and for home. So these are going on the plans for sure. And the second project that is getting moved to August is my project for Marianne. My poor girl did not get anything in July just because I ran out of time. Also, we were supposed to go fabric shopping for her project together, and it just never worked. We never managed to coordinate our schedules and go to the fabric shop together. So she asked for pillows for her sofa, for her living room. And I really don't want to buy fabric online without seeing it, without touching it. So yeah, her and I have to go shopping and figure this out. So that is going on my list for August. And because I wasn't able to pay her for July, I did a little bit more editing myself. This month, I gave her a bit of a vacation. And so yeah, she asked for one pillow for July. So in August, I'll probably buy enough fabric to make her 2 pillows, and hopefully that'll be good enough for her. So yeah, 2 pillows for Marianne, and we really need to get our act together and go fabric shopping so I can buy the purple fabric for her. Also, I really want to go out to a real fabric shop and see if any of the fall winter fabrics have started coming in. I have gotten a couple of emails where the summer fabrics is starting to go on sale, which usually means the fall winter stuff is gonna make an appearance very soon. So I want to go out there and see what's there. I already know I'm gonna want new trousers, like straight leg trousers for work. So, you know, wool, because I want flowy material, like not super flowy like a challis, but I'm not going to buy like a cotton canvas, for example, because that is way too rigid. I don't enjoy wearing that at all. So I want to get out there and kind of touch and feel all the fabrics and start to get ideas for what I want to make in the fall and winter. So there you go. Those are my plans for August. I would love to know what your plans are for the month of August. Have you started sewing for the cooler months, or if you're in the southern hemisphere, for the warmer months yet? Or are you still very much focused on the current season? I would love to know. Also, quick little plug here. You've now heard me talk about all my plans for August and many of the videos I'm working on for the month of August. But I also do quick behind the scenes videos and community posts for my membership here on YouTube. We are a relatively small group of ladies, and we're having a great time every month during virtual sewing socials, and there's lots of chatting happening behind the scenes. So if you're interested in being part of a really amazing community here on YouTube, highly recommend. I'm going to put a link to my membership down below. All right. Thank you so much for stopping by today. Please give the video a like on your way out, subscribe to the channel, and I will see you soon.